Joe.
Congrats, Monty. Have a great day.
Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck, weeknights on ABC 36 News Now.
Now on Good Morning Kentucky, a Madison County man accused of murder is due back in court today. We have details ahead of this morning's hearing.
Plus, a man accused of driving his car onto an active airport runway in Lexington is due in court today. What you need to know ahead of the court appearance.
And a big win for UK last night. A full breakdown of the game coming up.
ABC 36 News starts now.
Guess how my morning's going? I got my earpiece sticking out the side of my jacket. Hey, good morning, Kentucky. Thanks for starting your Wednesday with us. It's 5 a.m. right now. I'm Walker Simmons.
And I'm Jane Davenport. We're happy to have you starting your Wednesday morning with us. Let's head over to meteorologist Dylan Goday for a check of that forecast.
Yeah, we are tracking still some wintry conditions out there. Though temperatures have improved, we're no longer seeing snow. We could still see a light glaze of freezing rain, and that was noticeable on my commute in here this morning in the Lexington area. Looking at traffic cameras, untreated roads across the northern part of the area, you'll likely see some icy spots, road temperatures ranging from the 20s to the low 30s, but treated roads a little warmer than that, especially main thoroughfares across the area. Viper radar right now still showing the potential for a little bit of a light mist, drizzle, light shower. You want to be paying close attention to the temperatures with that moving in, because if you're obviously below freezing, that would lead to the potential for some of that freezing rain continuing. So bridges and overpasses, elevated surfaces, that's really where we're seeing that threat at this morning. Williamstown, for example, at 32 Mount Sterling, 32 Flemingsburg, 32 Danville. So don't let your guard down when it comes to that freezing rain threat, because it's not widespread, but it just takes one little patch of ice on your commute and that could cause you some problems. So we do have a winter weather advisory that's out through 9 a.m. Until temperatures warm up, you'll still have that threat of some freezing rain. We also have a flood watch that has been extended a little bit further eastward and through Thursday morning now. More rain is on the way, ½ inch to 1.5 inches across the southern part of the area. So the next 12 hours look like this. Just some of that light icing this morning. We'll see temperatures climbing into the upper 40s, so we lose that threat of the ice, but still have that rain. Now this is system number one. A stronger system's on the way this weekend. We'll break down the latest of that in your full forecast.
And this morning, a number of school districts have canceled in-person classes for a second day in a row after yesterday's winter weather. Let's take a live look at the ABC 36 closings and delays page at WTVQ.com. Right now, it's showing closures for Fleming, Harrison, Jackson, Knox, and Owsley County schools. You can find the latest closings and delays by clicking on the banner at the top of the homepage at WTVQ.com.
Well, new this morning in Franklin County, Animal Control is investigating after the death of a dog from hypothermia. According to the Humane Society, the dog was in critical condition when Animal Control picked it up yesterday and named it Gabriel. The Humane Society says a veterinarian tried to save Gabriel, but he later died from hypothermia at the animal shelter. Officials say hypothermia is a medical condition that happens when body temperature drops too low after exposure to the cold.
In Lexington, an investigation continues this morning after a shooting Tuesday sent a person to the hospital. According to police, a man was shot yesterday afternoon on Bermuda Avenue during a disorder. Officers say the victim was taken to a hospital with reported non-life-threatening injuries. Police say someone was also taken into custody. Investigators are now asking people who live in the area to check their surveillance camera footage and contact police if they have any information that could help in the case.
And in Madison County, a suspect accused of shooting a man in the chest in BEREA last week is due in court today. As we reported, 75-year-old Stephen GERLAUGH is charged with murder in the shooting death of 42-year-old Thomas RISON. Officers say RISON was shot in the chest while standing outside GERLAUGH'S car on BALDWIN Street in BEREA on Friday. On February 3rd, GERLAUGH was later arrested in GARRARD County. Meanwhile, in court last week, he pled not guilty during his arraignment, and a judge set his bond at $200,000. GERLAUGH's due back in court this morning at 9:30 for preliminary hearing.
In Lexington, a woman arrested after a baby was found dead inside a home is due in court today for a preliminary hearing. Records show Luz Jessica Gonzalez Estrella is scheduled in court this morning at 8:30. According to police, the 29-year-old was arrested last week after she arrived at a hospital with postpartum complications. Officers say investigators later found a baby dead inside a home on Darley Drive. Investigators say Gonzalez Estrella is charged with concealing the birth of an infant, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with physical evidence.
In Laurel County, a man arrested after a standoff with police is scheduled to be arraigned today. According to court records, 36-year-old Michael Caldwell is scheduled for an arraignment this morning at 9 on assault and wanton endangerment charges. As we reported, police say Caldwell was arrested after a domestic violence call at the S&R apartment on Barberville Street in London on Monday. Officers say when they arrived, they found the victim, but Caldwell refused to leave, creating a barricade situation for several hours.
In Lexington, a preliminary hearing is scheduled today for a man accused of driving onto an active runway at Bluegrass Airport. According to court records, 51-year-old Stephen Hawkins-Smith allegedly crashed through the Bluegrass Airport fence on Versailles Road last week and then allegedly drove across an active runway and hit a parked golf cart. Hawkins-Smith is charged with criminal mischief, trespassing, and wanton endangerment. He's due in court for a preliminary hearing at 8:30 this morning.
Well, new this morning, an American prisoner wrongfully detained in Russia is now back home. Mark Fogel meeting with President Trump at the White House last night. As ABC's Perry Russum reports, the teacher from Pennsylvania was serving a 14-year sentence in Russia after being accused of smuggling marijuana.
Overnight, President Trump welcoming home American prisoner Mark Fogel after being wrongfully detained for years in Russia. He was serving 14 years on drug charges after being arrested at a Russian airport, accused of smuggling a small amount of marijuana. His family says it was medically prescribed.
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now.
Fogel thanking his family for fighting to bring him home, including his 95-year-old mother.
And I said, never has one owed so much to so many that this superorganism of people that came to my support and the love that I was given sustained me for 3.5 years in a prison.
Trump refusing to go into detail on what the deal with Russia was to free Fogel, only saying it was very fair.
Very fair, very fair, very reasonable, not like deals you've seen over the years.
Fogel was designated as wrongfully detained during the Biden administration. When 3 American prisoners were freed in August, Fogel was not a part of the deal. At the time, a senior Biden administration official said they absolutely wanted to get him out, adding it just wasn't going to happen. Trump says Fogel's release is a sign of goodwill between Russia and the U.S. as the president works to end the war in Ukraine.
I think this could be the very important element. You could be a big part of it, actually, because it could be a big, important part of getting the war over with Ukraine.
Trump says another prisoner is going to be released today. It's not clear who it's going to be. Trump only saying the person is very special. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, your time now is 5:09. Coming up, dangerous weather continues from coast to coast.
Here's the latest on how it's impacting people nationwide and here in Kentucky. But first,
today we turn from the wintry threat to heavy rain. This is a look at the rainfall forecast through Sunday. That's a widespread 2 to 4 inches with 4 inches or more possible across south central Kentucky. That's enough to cause some issues. Details coming up after this break.
Forecast is brought to you by the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources.
Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else.
Like this new all-hybrid Camry. More people have counted on Camry than any other car on the road for over 23 years.
And Camry's built right here in the USA.
Now, during Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season, get 4.99 APR financing on any new Camry, or lease one from just $289 a month. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. Toyota, let's go places.
I got this wow skin from Olay Body Wash. Its new super serum sinks into my skin with 5 powerful ingredients. 5 benefits in one. Look at this Olay difference. So luminous. Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS. Rolaids dual active formula begins to neutralize acid on contact. Rolaids spells relief.
What's up? You seem kind of sluggish today.
Things aren't really moving.
You could use some Metamucil.
Metamucil psyllium fiber helps keep your digestive system moving so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil keeps you moving. And try the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com.
Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a honeymoon in Fiji. Moisturize with vitamin B3.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
Ooh, can you get my bag?
This weekend at Lexington Overstock Warehouse, we've got unbeatable President's Day furniture and mattress deals.
Success isn't a game of chance. It's about making the right moves. Just like Lexington Sporting Club, Commonwealth Credit Union aims to win by helping you defend your goals and keeping your money on the attack. As the official credit union of Lexington Sporting Club, we're empowering success on the field and in your finances with smarter banking options and unbeatable service. Are you ready to take the lead? Then get the home field advantage for your finances, only with Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
We're the Morgan Boys. I'm Matt. I'm Mike. And I'm Dan. We became injury attorneys just like our parents. Our family has been fighting for families like yours for over 35 years. So if you're injured, call Morgan & Morgan. For the people. For the families.
Every answer tells a story.
Give me a word describes how you like food and your women.
Tasty. But sometimes, don't tell it on national TV.
Did he embarrass you?
No.
Family Feud. Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36 News Now.
Back-to-back storms affecting millions across the country, including right here in Kentucky. ABC's Rhiannon Alley reports the storms bringing snow and rain are causing hundreds of accidents.
This morning, dangerous weather facing millions of Americans from coast to coast. In the east, back-to-back storms bringing a mix of snow, ice, and freezing rain. The governor of Virginia declaring a state of emergency. More than 800 crashes reported across the region as heavy snow made a mess of the roads. The nation's capital seeing snowfall rates of an inch an hour. Overnight, heavy snow already coming down in parts of New Jersey. The system stretching all the way to Houston, where powerful thunderstorms flooded roads. Crews from Iowa to New Hampshire are now clearing the streets as they brace for another storm, taking aim at the Northeast and Midwest today. On the West Coast, Southern California is bracing for the strongest storm in a year that could cause debris flows in areas ravaged by wildfires.
There's another storm on Thursday we're watching in Southern California that could bring those burn scars and all those people hit so hard by those fires recently, 5 to 10 inches in some of the foothills.
Residents in Los Angeles placing tarps on their roofs and stuffing sandbags in preparation. Officials urging the public to be on alert.
If an evacuation warning or order is issued for your location, you have to take that seriously because seconds mean the difference between life and death.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Walker, you were just saying California not catching a break with all these horrible weathers.
Yeah, situations. We have been very active as well, going from the tornadoes, severe storms, to the wintry weather yesterday. Had a top report of 7.6 inches of snow in GARRARD County. That was our biggest amount. Here in Lexington, officially at the airport, just under 2.5 inches, but there have been reports closer to 3 to 4. This is a look at your winter weather alerts through 9 a.m. this morning. Not really due to snow, but it is due to a freezing drizzle potential for those counties under the winter weather advisory. We've got moisture rolling on in, and temperatures are at and below freezing in spots. So that's enough that could cause at least elevated surfaces to see some issues. We do also have a flood watch out and also a flood warning there for the Cumberland River into southern Kentucky. But the biggest thing is that flood watch potential due to more rain on the way today. I mentioned the temperatures were at freezing at both Kentucky Mesonet sites. So with this moisture falling, elevated surfaces may get iced over. So as you're walking out, maybe on the front porch, heading to work later this morning, if those temperatures are still at freezing, you could get some icy spots there, and also bridges and overpasses may be enough to look out for. Southern Kentucky, you've remained above freezing for sure, considering you had all the rain yesterday. Right now, Viper radar is showing some of that light rain falling to the west of Lexington. It's not really a ton of rain, but still enough that could, again, cause some minor issues with that little bit of a freezing drizzle potential. Looking around the region, you can see that stream of moisture out of the south. We've got some heavy snow falling up towards Illinois and up into the Chicago area. For today, though, Futurecast shows we remain pretty quiet. Just that rain moving on in during the midday and afternoon. We will see some heavier rain potential across southeastern Kentucky later into your evening and overnight. That's really where, if we're going to see any flooding issues, it'd be with this batch of rain on the way overnight and into tomorrow morning. But by tomorrow morning, we do start to see some improvement. It's just going to be much colder there on Thursday. That continues into your Friday for Valentine's Day as well. So Thursday, keep the cloud cover around, maybe a couple flakes out there. Can't rule that out, especially into eastern Kentucky. For Valentine's Day itself, you look good to go. Cloud cover will be increasing, but rain chances will be holding off until after midnight, and that's where we will see the potential for some heavy rain, and it's going to be raining for most of the day on Saturday, unfortunately. A line of strong storms could be possible as well with this system pushing on through, and then watch what happens on Sunday. Colder air crashes in on the backside of this system, and we actually have the chance for some light snowfall on the backside of that. So rainfall forecast showing widespread 2 to 4 inches. Chance of 4 inches or more possible. This is just through Sunday, so it's the event today plus what's on the way Saturday into Saturday night. And this is rare. We have a day 4, so for Saturday through Saturday night, moderate risk for flash flooding. That's a 3 out of 4 risk already, and that does include most of Kentucky within that risk. So that is something you're really going to want to be paying close attention to, especially if you live in low-lying and flood-prone areas that have already flooded within the last couple of weeks with the rain that we've already dealt with. So certainly something you want to be staying alert for Saturday through the overnight hours, Saturday night into Sunday. Heavy rain, strong storms, and yes, changing over to snow as those temperatures drop on Sunday.
Well, now to Washington, D.C. President Trump and Elon Musk are moving full steam ahead despite growing criticism and legal challenges. As ABC's Perry Russum reports, the two were side by side in the Oval Office yesterday defending their cost-cutting campaign.
This morning, President Trump setting new guidelines for hiring in the federal workforce while giving more power to Elon Musk and his team at the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. A new executive order directs government agencies to pursue large-scale cuts, saying they now need hiring approval from DOGE. A union representing 800,000 government workers criticizing the order, calling the efforts reckless, unjustified cuts aimed at rewarding Musk and Trump's billionaire buddies. Musk in the Oval Office yesterday with his young son, taking questions for the first time since the president's mandate to slash some federal agencies.
Your detractors, Mr. Musk.
The public voted, we have a majority of the public voting for President Trump. We won the House, we won the Senate. The people voted for major government reform.
Last night, the White House firing the Inspector General for USAID after the watchdog's office warned that DOJ's dismantling of the agency had made it nearly impossible to monitor more than $8 billion in humanitarian funds. Massive cuts also announced at the Department of Education, slashing 89 independent research contracts worth nearly $900 million. A judge is considering a lawsuit to keep DOJ from accessing student loan databases. Musk and Trump have complained several of their plans are stalled in the courts, including their buyout offer to more than 2 million federal workers, raising concerns that the administration may defy a judge's order.
Their suggestion that they are ready and willing to violate these judges' orders are a sign and a signal that everyone should step up and contact their elected officials. This is dangerous territory. This is a constitutional crisis if they continue to move forward and violate these judges' orders.
President Trump says that will not happen.
I always abide by the courts, and then I'll have to appeal it. But then what he's done is he slowed down the momentum.
Musk also pressed about potential conflicts of interest.
I fully expect to be scrutinized and get a daily proctology exam, basically. Might as well just camp out there.
Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Time now is 5:20. Still ahead, the latest high school hoops action on the basketball court.
And a big win for the UK Wildcats against the Tennessee Volunteers. Jeff has the highlights next in sports.
Looking for your perfect match? Find the one at Paul Miller Auto Outlet. Fall in love with Central Kentucky's largest pre-owned selection of over 160 vehicles. Right now, get zero down with no pay until May.
Now is the best time to buy.
Only at Paul Miller Auto Outlet.
Can your pad absorb everything and stay fresh? Always Flex Foam can. It's the only pad made with the flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor free. See what foam can do for you.
Still searching for the one? Olay Super Cream with SPF. The power of 5 in 1 Super Cream. To hydrate smooth, brighten firm, and protect. Skin just drinks it in to boost cells for more resilient skin. It's Super Cream. Only Olay.
At Graceland Air, you can count on high-quality service every time. With our accurate knowledge and commitment to clients, you can expect solutions that work. Offering a full range of services from air conditioning service and repair, installation, to mini split systems and indoor air quality service. Join our satisfied customers who trust Graceland for all their HVAC needs. We uphold the standard of integrity bound by fairness, honesty, and personal responsibility. Graceland Air with our trusted partner York. Give us a call or check out our website today.
When your alarm goes on,
That's when we go online. We're on with what's new this morning.
What's happening now?
And what's next for you?
Breaking news you need to know now.
The latest forecast for you
and your family, so you're all ready for the day.
Get what's new now.
And next at 5 and 6.
right here.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long.
Good morning, America.
ABC 36, Good Morning Kentucky, and GMA.
The massage program that we have here at the College for Technical Education, it's a medical massage program, and it currently is the most comprehensive in the state.
The medical massage program has financial aid available. You get real life hands-on experience.
It's just had the best program to fit my lifestyle so I could create the perfect career.
The instructors are wonderful and cater to everybody's individual needs.
So I chose the medical massage program because it's a career I would simply enjoy.
Talk to us and see what your options may be.
Looking for your perfect match? Find the one at Paul Miller Ford. Love the vehicle you drive? Find it today and get fantastic Ford savings like these. New Ford Escape up to $4,500 off MSRP.
This is for you, Big Blue Nation.
Find the one at Paul Miller Ford.
Weight loss drugs can change lives, but can they also change relationships? Wait until you hear what one couple,
our intimacy was very strong,
said happened.
My sex drive decreased.
The story they never expected this week on Good Morning America.
Name a kitchen tool you can use in the bedroom.
A spoon.
What is y'all doing?
Family Feud. 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
Welcome back. Now in sports, the latest high school hoops actions on the basketball court.
And a big win for the UK Wildcats against the Tennessee Volunteers. ABC 36's Jeff Pecoro has a breakdown in your morning sports report.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks a lot. Time for a little sports, and we are going to start with the basketball game last night. The Cats and the Vols take two from Rupp Arena. The fifth-ranked Vols are looking for some payback, but after UK beat them in Knoxville, they were a little upset. To the highlights we go, and Kentucky was ready for them. Even without Jackson Robinson, their second leading scorer with 13-3 a game. He had 17 in the first game, but it was great to see Lamont Butler, who did not play in the first game against Tennessee, leading the way in the first half. UK Goodso was away in the first, and UK was really good from distance, 7 of 14 from beyond the arc in the first half. The Cats also had 8 assists in the first. The Cats bench was impressive, 17 points in the first half. Trent Noah had 9 points on 3 3-pointers. Brandon Garrison, 5 points, 5 rebounds. Travis Perry added a 3-pointer. UK led at 33-26 at the half. In the second, UK again hit their threes, going 5 of 10 from the field. They finished 12 of 24 from long range. That's 50%. Also 50% from the field for the game at 26 of 52. Tennessee, as you saw there, took a quick lead in the second half, but the Cats went right back on a run, hit their final 5 shots from the field. They had 28 points in the paint, and their bench, as I said earlier, was spectacular. They finished with 26 bench points. The Cats had 4 players in double figures, led by Owe and Almanor, who had 13 apiece. Kobe Brea had 11. And Trent Noah, the freshman, had the best game of his young career, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and assists in 19 minutes as he knocked that 3-ball down there. It was their 9th quad 1 win of the season. The only drawback, Lamont Butler, who fell hard on his elbow in the second half, had to leave the game. He did not return, but the Cats get win number 17 on the season, 75-64. It's their 3rd straight win over Tennessee.
How about a big, massive shout out for Eastern Kentucky showing up today, huh? Like, just really special. We can't, we've got the Mountain Mamba. We've got the Holler Baller, which may be my favorite. Like, I give all the credit to Trent Noah's family and his community where he grew up, because this is what he is. He comes every single day, and he gets no love from us. He's not a featured guy in practice. He's not getting the media attention. He's not gifted anything. And he comes, we've talked about this over and over, but it's fun to talk about his night because he was an incredible night. He comes every single day and competes with full intensity. When you do that every single day, that's the part that people don't see. They just see tonight. But like, his journey to get to tonight was pretty special. He just is built, he's built different, man. He's a really special player, and he's going to continue to get better and better as all these freshmen. We have a really good freshman group.
What a great win for the Cats last night. All right, how about a little high school basketball? A couple of really good games in high school, so let's head to the action. As we head to Madison Central, they're hosting Lexington Catholic. Catholic looking for number 3 win in a row. Freshman Everett Stewart, that's right, freshman. He got things going early for the Knights as he hit not 1, but 2 3-pointers. They were the only points of the night for him, but he gave a nice little pep off the bench. Jacob Holland led the Knights with 16 points. Central had the lead going into halftime thanks to Cam Steele and Cody Morrison, both Indians draining threes, and they combined for 13 points apiece. The Knights had a stellar second half, though, outscored the Indians 34-20. They get the win, final 53-41. All right, over to Henry Clay High School as they were hosting Frederick Douglass. And boy, you knew this was going to be a good one. Henry Clay gets on the board first. A.J. Dixon drills the 3-pointer. Then off the miss, watch this shot. Kason Brown gets the rebound, and somehow this shot goes up and in, and the Devils were off to the races. They led 10-2 at the start. But you knew Frederick Douglass would come back, and Tate Robinson gets the Broncos going with his 3-ball. Douglass, again, nice passing. They get it around to Dakari Talbert. He knocks one down from long range. It was back and forth, bombs away. Here's Kason Brown, another 3-ball, and new Henry Clay head football coach Phillips Hawkins likes what he's seeing there. Hey, coach. How about that? And, boy, look at Surratt as he cuts right down the lane, and DeMarcus lays it up in. Jackson Stephen, though, watch this one. He gets some juice after hitting the long-range 3. These two shot 3 after 3. They go to overtime, and Henry Clay prevails over Frederick Douglass in a wild one. Final 82-72. So some really good high school action last night. Of course, we'll have more tonight as well. That's it for sports. Back to you all.
Well, your time now is 5:29. Still ahead, a new warning about romance scams.
And the latest on a suspect accused of driving across a runway at Bluegrass Airport. Stay with us. More Good Morning Kentucky is next.
Okay, y'all, I heard Mayel's Kalahari Melon and Aloe Vera line is changing the game. Up to 5 days of moisture and no wash days in between? Let's see about that. Day 2, headed to work, but I feel like I'm about to drop a hit single. All the cuties are at the run club. Good thing these curls are curling. Can you believe this is day 5? I think I could go even longer.
Up to 5 days of lasting moisture. Endless possibilities. Imagine what you could do in 5 days.
There's one Lexington station on the rise all day long. ABC 36 News Now. Good Morning Kentucky.
Thanks for making the switch to Good Morning Kentucky.
Good day, Kentucky.
Thanks for making Good Day Kentucky part of your day.
ABC 36 News at noon. Good afternoon, Kentucky.
Glad you're joining us at 3 for Good Afternoon Kentucky.
Appreciate you watching us at 5, 5:30.
Thank you for watching, Kentucky.
6 and 11.
Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers.
But at the core, this is a family business.
Our family watching out for your family. Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
The world's best pizza has been baked in ovens made of stone, but you can't put one of those on the countertop in your home. Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. The secret is the dual-controlled heat zones that quickly heat the real ceramic stone up to 800 degrees so you can stone bake just like the pros. Plus, there's no gas, wood, or charcoal needed. Paisano is electric, plug-in, and portable. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. And we're going to drop one payment. You get it all for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-572-0264 or order online at buypaisano.com. Call now.
We are America's exterior remodeler and ready to transform your house into your dream home.
We offer entry doors, patio doors, and siding.
With a variety of options, you'll find the perfect window or door for your home. Our expert installation services are second to none. Let one of our design consultants give you a free in-home estimate. If you're considering new replacement windows or vinyl siding for your home, look to the company that stood the test of time. Window World of Lexington. Simply the best for less.
Share a picture of your pet for Misty's Furcast with meteorologist Dylan Godet. Watch Good Morning Kentucky weekday mornings to see if your pet is featured on Misty's Furcast on ABC 36 News Now. This portion of ABC 36 News is brought to you by Reese's Furniture, East Bernstadt, Kentucky.
Now on Good Morning Kentucky, a man accused of driving across an active runway at Bluegrass Airport is due in court today. We have the latest from investigators.
And an American teacher released from a Russian prison. The latest on his release coming up.
ABC 36 News starts now.
Hey, Good Morning Kentucky. Thanks for starting your Wednesday with us. It's 5:33 right now. I'm Walker Simmons.
And I'm Jane Davenport. Happy to have y'all joining us here. Let's head over to meteorologist Dylan Godet. He has a check of that forecast. Rainy and wet conditions.
Yeah, and there could be some ice, at least on elevated surfaces. Temperatures are flirting with that freezing mark, 32.2 degrees. You're not getting freezing drizzle. 32.0 you would. So, and that's how close it could get in a lot of spots. This is a look, if you have astigmatism and it rains, that's what it looks like when you're driving. Trust me, I would know. But the camera lens does have a little bit of moisture on it, likely a little bit of ice as well there in Mount Sterling. It's the only camera we can really show right now because our tower camera and the Kentucky Horse Park camera does, both of those cameras do have some ice on them. 32 right now here in Lexington, Mount Sterling. So again, some freezing drizzle could be possible. And again, that's rounding though. So if it's 32.2, you're not dealing with freezing rain. That's how close it could get in spots. Viper radar right now showing some of that light moisture pushing through the area. Because of the potential for freezing rain, we do have that winter weather advisory out, and we do have a couple areas at least at the freezing mark or close to it. Williamstown, Flemingsburg, Moorhead, Mount Sterling, Danville, Richmond, Mount Vernon, all areas at that freezing mark, and some localized areas could be there as well. So we do have winter weather advisory out for the northern parts of the area through 9 a.m. due to that threat. We also have a flood watch out across southern and southeastern Kentucky. That's through Thursday morning, as we are expecting more rain to push on in. So that light freezing drizzle potential early in the day. We climb temperatures, we'll see rain moving on in, and it could be heavy at times, particularly across southern and southeastern Kentucky. More details in your full forecast.
This morning, a number of school districts have canceled in-person classes for a second day in a row after yesterday's winter weather. This is a live look at the ABC 36 closings and delays page at WTVQ.com. Right now, it's showing closures for Fleming, Harrison, Jackson, Knox, and Owsley County schools. You can find the latest closings and delays by clicking on the banner at the top of the homepage at WTVQ.com.
New this morning in Franklin County, Animal Control is investigating after the death of a dog from hypothermia. According to the Humane Society, the dog was in critical condition when Animal Control picked it up yesterday and named it Gabriel. The Humane Society says a veterinarian tried to save Gabriel, but he later died from hypothermia at the animal shelter. Officials say hypothermia is a medical condition that happens when body temperatures drop too low after exposure to the cold.
In Lexington, an investigation continues this morning after a shooting Tuesday sent a person to the hospital. According to police, a man was shot yesterday afternoon on Bermuda Avenue during a disorder. Officers say the victim was taken to a hospital with reported non-life-threatening injuries. Police say someone was also taken into custody. Investigators are now asking people who live in the area to check their surveillance camera footage and contact police if they have any information that could help in the case.
In Madison County, a suspect accused of shooting a man in the chest in BEREA last week is due back in court today. As we reported, 75-year-old Stephen GERLAUGH is charged with murder in the shooting death of 42-year-old Thomas RISON. Officers say RISON was shot in the chest while standing outside GERLAUGH'S car on Baldwin Street in BEREA on February 3rd. GERLAUGH was later arrested in GARRARD County. Meanwhile, in court last week, he pled not guilty during his arraignment, and a judge set his bond at $200,000. GERLAUGH is due back in court this morning at 9:30 for a preliminary hearing.